Greetings, very good people. Kindly accept my greetings. My name is Homotso Lekalake. And today we are going to discuss about inflation. This is an attempt to go more and more into the issues that directly affect our everyday lives. We need to break down the subject to our basic understanding and also look at how far does the term inflation affect us as a society. Let us define, explain the underlying factors, and explain also or give the consequence of inflation. Ordinarily, inflation is the process of inflating or a condition of being inflated. To inflate is to generally increase excessively or the amount of product with a large amount. According to economics, inflation is a general increase of prices and a fall of purchase value of money. In other words, when we speak of inflation, we speak about money losing substance, meaning what you could buy yesterday with 10 rand, you cannot afford to buy it again today with the same amount. That is the underlying factor which causes people to be so desperate every day and to want more and more. Looking way back, learning from the situations happening around South Africa, we can learn a lot from the early days of the late president of Zimbabwe, Dr. Robert Mugabe. When he took over Zimbabwe in his early days, he tried to make it clear to the people of Zimbabwe that they do not necessarily need money. They need freedom, the ability to produce according to the needs of the society. That is where we can learn. He ordered back then the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe to produce more banknotes and populated the country with banknotes. As a result thereof, with time, the currency of Zimbabwe, the Zim dollars, lost value very shockingly. That is what inflation is about. I believe many could have misunderstood him by being practical about populating the society or the country with money, chasing a few products. That is what inflation is about. We are going to discuss it from the current situation of South Africa. Today, everybody is doing so much to have more money. Everybody is always thinking about how they can make money. As a result thereof, a lot of the things are happening. Many people are flocking into South Africa, legally and illegally so, with the same goal. They all come to South Africa seeking for money. Money has become a dire need for each and every one of us. What causes that? A regular increase of prices for individuals to live sustainable livelihoods. We need to look at what causes things to be so much expensive. Why is money becoming a dire need every day? It is clear that according maybe to the records of our Reserve Bank, it is clear that there is too much money circulating in the hands of the South Africans. A lot is ignored. The government does not necessarily consider who has the money. The concern is one. There is a lot of money circulating in our hands, the people of the Rainbow Nation, which calls for inflation. Unfortunately, the majority continues to suffer for the benefits of the minority. Large amounts of money in South Africa, it is in the hands of the minority, the people with envy, greed, and jealousy. They make everything that is within their powers or within their control to own every resource that is available in South Africa, to enjoy life according to their standards. That causes us to suffer a lot as a society. And the influx of people from our neighboring countries who came to South Africa with a hope that they can be able to be employed or to earn a decent life. They end up being the perpetrators of serious crimes in the other way around. We can also look at them as the victims, because when they arrive in South Africa, there are no jobs. What is left for them is crime, because our borders are not protected. Our government cannot stand in the gap to bring stability in the country so that we do not suffer for so much inflation. We need to look around us and to look within every system of government or business processes which causes us so much, because it is clear that prices increases every day because of the indicators which highlight that there is too much money flowing in the hands of the people who are in South Africa. And the truth of the matter is that there is such a lot of money, yes, which is circulating in our country, but in the hands of the minority. What does it mean? It means that our government is still failing dismally to redistribute the wealth of South Africa equally or equitably so that cost of living cannot increase so much. We needed to look back and see where did we go wrong, so that we can consider amicable solutions that will help us to remedy the situation. In the light of the above, we need to look at inflation as an indicator which shows that the government is failing, because where there is growth, where there is improvement, we need to speak about deflation. This is some of the truth that is affecting South Africa so much. Let us look at how South Africans or the government of South Africa is spending the money. Number one, we need to consider at how the revenue is acquired. Number two, we need to look at how the revenue is expended. Number three, we need to look at what brings about to the expenditures which are set out in our budgeting system. Currently, South Africa is using the zero-based budgeting system, which has many loopholes and breeds a high level of bribery and corruption. As a result of the social illnesses that has contaminated our society so much, I believe that the current budgeting system needs to be changed. We need to come up with better ways to manage the resources of South Africa and the wealth of the South Africans safely so, and that wealth of the South Africans and the resources of South Africa need to be on safe hands. Today, one may ask that if our politicians, if our government officials, if those who are in power and leadership are so much involved in bribery and corruption cases, their names always appear under very serious criminal cases, which threatens the safety of South Africa and the resources of the South Africa. Who else could be trusted, or who else could be trustworthy to ensure the safety and the security of the South Africans? It is a serious challenge for each and every one of us. Who is going to take care of our heritage? We learned from the past that the heritage of South Africa, the heritage of the people of South Africa, the native South Africans, was ruined, was exploited. We accept, we take whatever has happened as the things of the past. We are looking forward to a new future, a brighter future under the new normal. Now let us come up together and think of better ways which will help us to build the new South Africa under the new normal, the South Africa that will be caring for its people, that will be caring for itself, that will be protecting every good thing that it owns. Today we do no longer speak of the heritage of the native South Africans. We speak of the heritage of the people of the Rainbow Nation. It is a humble request that every man out there look at himself, look around, and ask only one question. What do you stand for? Do you stand for the love of your country? Do you stand for the love of your beloved? What do you protect today to define you as a man, to define you as a father in a country that you love? This is another challenge to each and every man responsible enough living in South Africa, a citizen of South Africa, to look again at all the underlying factors that causes inflation. Why are we so much desperate? Why should we kill, steal, and destroy for money instead of making life easy for ourselves, for our loved ones, and for our country? As we are unveiling the truth, some of the issues are open for discussion. Men out there, look around. Think again. Make informed decisions. Ask yourselves, are you fit enough to stand for your beloved country? I thank you, good people. I thank you, the beloved. Please continue to watch our videos. There is a lot more coming to the fore. We are encouraging constructive engagement. We are encouraging for constructive engagement that will help to rebuild South Africa, to be the South Africa that we want. I thank you, good people, people of the Rainbow Nation, and all the people who enjoy their stay in South Africa. I thank you.